Hello everyone, Jonathan Schlack, EAS&Weather here with a severe weather update for the Day 2 outlook. We have two slight series for severe weather tomorrow. We have one over here that covers parts of eastern Colorado, southwestern Nebraska, western Kansas, the panhandle of Oklahoma, and the very far extreme north central tip of the panhandle of Texas. And going to the northeast United States, we have a slight risk for severe weather tomorrow that covers eastern Ohio, north central West Virginia, northern and western Pennsylvania, central and western New York State, and far northwestern Vermont. And we have a broad margin risk area for severe weather tomorrow that covers southeastern Wyoming, parts of eastern Colorado, northeastern New Mexico, southern South Dakota, pretty much all of Nebraska, all of Kansas, north central Texas, the northern part of the panhandle of Texas, northern Oklahoma, southwestern Iowa, most of Missouri, central and southern Illinois, most of Indiana, far southeastern Michigan, northern Kentucky, western half of Ohio, northeastern and southwest and west central West Virginia, the panhandle of Maryland, central and northeastern Pennsylvania, northwestern New Jersey, east central New York State, far northwestern Connecticut, western Massachusetts, most of Vermont, and west central New Hampshire. Now going to the tornado threat for tomorrow. We have a 2% chance of an isolated tornado tomorrow that covers eastern half of Ohio, north central West Virginia, northern and western Pennsylvania, central and western New York State, and far northwestern Vermont. Going to the wind threat for tomorrow. We have two areas where we have a 15% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher tomorrow. One that covers eastern Colorado, southwestern Nebraska, western Kansas, the panhandle of Oklahoma, and the very far extreme north central edge of the panhandle of Texas. Now going to the northeast United States, we have a 15% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher tomorrow that covers the eastern half of Ohio, north central West Virginia, northern and western Pennsylvania, central and western New York State, and northwestern Vermont. And we have a broad area of a 5% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher tomorrow that covers southeastern Wyoming, parts of eastern Colorado, far northeastern New Mexico, southern South Dakota, all of Nebraska, all of Kansas, the northern panhandle of Texas, northern Oklahoma, southwestern Iowa, most of Missouri, central and southern Illinois, most of Indiana, far southeastern Michigan, northern Kentucky, western half of Ohio, northeastern and west central West Virginia, the panhandle of Maryland, central and northeastern Pennsylvania, northwestern New Jersey, east central New York State, far northwestern Connecticut, western Massachusetts, most of Vermont, and west central New Hampshire. Now going to the hail threat for tomorrow. We have two areas where we have a 5% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger. We have one that covers southeastern Wyoming, southern South Dakota, most of Nebraska, eastern Colorado, western Kansas, far northeastern New Mexico, northwestern Texas, and the western panhandle of Oklahoma. Now going over here, we also have a 5% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger tomorrow. That covers east central Missouri, central and southern Illinois, most of Indiana, far southeastern Michigan, northwestern Kentucky, pretty much all of Ohio, north central West Virginia, the northern half of Pennsylvania, far northwestern New Jersey, most of New York State, which does not include New York City or Long Island, far northwestern Connecticut, western Massachusetts, most of Vermont, and west central New Hampshire. So, now going to the summary for tomorrow. Strong to severe thunderstorms are possible from the central plains across the mid-Mississippi and Ohio valleys into the northeast on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, Greater severe thunderstorm potential is anticipated across the Central High Plains and from the upper Ohio Valley in western New York. So that's all I got for today. And again, there's a severe threat for today, which I covered in the previous video. So I'm not going to cover the day 1 outlook in this video because I did it in the previous video. This video is for the day 2 outlook. But if you want more information on the day 1 outlook, please check out my previous video. So stay safe in the affected areas for today and tomorrow, and I will have another update tomorrow. Take care.